Hello, my dear students. This video lecture is about biotransformation. Myself, Dr. Shibu, from the Department of Biotechnology. So, during our bioprocess class, we elaborately discussed about biotransformation from bacteria. So, conversion of one product into another product with the help of biological cells, that is called as biotransformation. Here, in plant biotechnology, we are using plant cells for the conversion of economically valuable product. Okay, that is called as biotransformation. Let we move to the topic. So biotransformation, and it's an area of biotechnology that have gained considerable attention in recent years. The ability of plant cell cultures to catalyze the transformation of a readily available or inexpensive precursor into a more valuable final product. As I earlier I said, for the conversion of one product into another product. So, for example, some product is not valuable, some product are more valuable. In order to get more valuable product, we need to add certain functional group or to delete some functional group. Okay, so this processes happen with the help of certain cells, or if you are using a plant cells, it is come under the bio transformation. The earlier class I mentioned about, if you are adding OH group into the benzene, it is converted into phenol. Okay, similarly, the functional group has been added or been removed to make a product better for the society or economically more value. Okay, the conversion of a small part of molecule in the structure and the composition to industrially important chemical by means of biological system is termed as biotransformation. As I said, the conversion of the small part of molecule into the structure and composition to the industrially important chemicals by means of biological system is termed as biotransformation. The use of plant cell culture for biotransformation requires a selection of cell type that express the enzymatic capabilities to catalyze a specific reaction of interest. As I said, the usage of plant cell culture for biotransformation, that is an important one, and it requires the selection of cells, which type of cells we are using for the expression of the enzymatic capability to which will trigger the catalyzing, or which will trigger or catalyze the reaction. Another fact that is added weightage is that cell selection process. Okay, it's cell selection process is a specificity of enzyme reaction depend upon the cell which we are selecting, which is also leads to the better product formation. Okay, so the plant cell have been shown to perform more than one biotransformation with the given substrate. That is an added advantage. The plant cell are able to perform more than one biotransformation in a with a given substrate. So here, two highly desirable features of the plant cell have been described under this section. Two major features of this plant cell biotransformation has been discussed. First is the more than one reaction can be accomplished by a particular cell culture. More than one reaction can able to perform with the help of plant cells. In other words, multiple step transformation, that is our multi-step transformation, can be accomplished using cell culture that express a series of enzyme activities. Okay, so it's not a one step, it is a multiple step, and the conversion is also like that. The biotransformation of valencine into nutcatone by a cell suspension of citrus is produced by two step through 2 hydroxyl derivative nutcatone. Okay, so the conversion they mention about the biotransformation of valencine. Okay, valencine is into a nutcatone by this cell suspension of the citrus plant. Okay, up to 66 percentage conversion rate was achieved with the help of this specific cell culture. Secondly, another unique feature of this biotransformation is that in some instance, non-producing cell culture can also be used to synthesize the desired end product. So it is a wonderful thing about this biotransformation. Non-producing cell culture, which is not producing any product, that also helpful and can synthesize the desired end product. The most celebrated example or the most important example of this application is the biotransformation of digitoxin into digoxin. Okay, the conversion of digitoxin to digoxin is one of the major example. To date, this plant cell or plant tissue culture have been used in achieving a specific biotransformation in the production of cardiovascular steroid. As I earlier mentioned about this digoxins, cardiovascular steroid. Okay, that can be achieved or that can be produced from this digitalis lantana with the help of this biotransformation. And although undifferentiated cell cultures of this digitalis lantana do not produce cardiac glycosides and the normal, whether it may be that can be produced with the help of special bio transformation, which is not produced through the normal method. That also can be performed with the help of special biotransformation that what was mentioned. Apart from this, this datura cell culture possesses ability to convert hydroquinone into arbutin through glycosylation, and cell cultures of stevia ribodina and digitalis purpura is converted they can able to convert steviol into steviobioside, okay, and stevioside, which are 100 times sweeter than sugarcane. Okay, so these are all the major application of this bio transformation. So this table indicated that the example different plant cell cultures and the substrate that will be converted into a valuable products. Okay, so there are several examples which was quoted for biotransformation. So as I earlier mentioned, this biotransformation is one of the major field of getting a valuable product with the help of biological cell line. So instead of you using a toxic chemicals and other product for the conversion of one product into another product, if you are using this common product or plant cells for the conversion, it should be better for the environment too. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you all. See you in the next class. Okay.